Okay, Ron said as he got a rubber-coated feeding spoon out of the silverware drawer and picked up one of the new feeding bibs from the table. He stood behind the high chair and snapped the feeding bib in place around her neck, then maneuvered one of the kitchen chairs to sit in front of the high chair. He took one of the jars of baby food and popped off the lid with a single twist of his large hand before ladling out a spoonful. Open wide, Ron said playfully as he brought the spoon close to her mouth. Dee Dee opened her mouth and let him spoon in the baby food as if she was an infant. In a very real sense she was. Her muscular control had vanished along with her adult body and she was incapable of feeding herself. She closed her eyes in anticipation and swallowed the pureed mixture. When the flavor of the food hit her taste buds, she was pleasantly surprised. Her rejuvenated sensation of taste had amplified some of the flavors while suppressing other components. Apparently Ron had selected a macaroni dinner for her to eat. Dee Dee decided that it wasn't half bad, although the texture left a lot to be desired. Unfortunately, her lack of teeth severely limited the range of foods she was able to eat. If she wanted to eat solid food, it would have to be baby food. Ron continued to spoon in the food, wiping the drips from her chin from time to time with a damp dish towel. After she had finished the jar, he opened the second jar he had selected. Dee Dee closed her eyes again, hoping this one would be better than the last. When she closed her mouth to swallow, an involuntary groan of pleasure escaped her lips. The flavor of the strained plums was so intense that her hypersensitive taste buds were overwhelmed. It tasted like she had quaffed a mouthful of Japanese plum wine. She held the plums in her mouth to let their fumes permeate her head. It was wonderful. Dee Dee opened her mouth eagerly for more. In a short time she had finished the plums and her tummy bulged in repletion. Ron wiped away the bright purple plum stains around her mouth and chin with the dish towel, then gave her a bottle of formula. Dee Dee suckled the formula happily as her stomach wrapped itself contentedly around her meal.